We wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on, the Ngunnawal people. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and we extend that respect to all First Nations people watching this broadcast.
Open this asshole and get ready to go for the Trash Mess drama. Yeah, we're fully live, mama.
Piss the fuck off, you're lying. I'm bored. It's still very dry down there.
I gotta go up to the town.
I'm not lying what they're selling.
Oh, hopefully, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to After MAFS, our first episode of the week. If you're confused as to what the fluff just happened, YouTube are just having some streaming issues globally, and our first stream ended after, I think, 12 seconds. So this one's even doing better. It's lasted 2 minutes. Oh, what a humble brag. Let's say hi to all the sweet baby angels. There also could be some delays. I'm reading some stuff that they sent saying some latency issues, so it might be even longer for your comments to come up. So if there's any issues tonight, there's a high chance that it's not me and it's the tube this time. It's all good now, no echo. Oh, was there an echo before? Again, that's not my fault. That's the tube. I haven't changed anything. Or the lighting's changed a little bit, but everything else is fine. Hello, sweet baby angels. Hello, Nancy. Lovely to see you. Hello to Deb. I saw Deb cracking the shits about some ads. Look, you can get mad about ads, but when YouTube chucks them in for me, I think, great, pay the electricity bill this month. All right, we have so many things to get through. It is couch time, and I have saved you a seat right next to Dirty Harry. You're so lucky. Coming up, we're going to get some Memo Me's.
Memo me!
Hopefully.
Memo me!
If the stream lasts that long. We want a good, thick, steady stream. It's so weird, but I hadn't like started the show, so I don't know why there's an echo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've finally got some of this lighting fixed. Oh, and some people are watching at a dinner party. Okay, great. Well, that's super awkward. I was meant to go to a party. It was meant to be last night, but I think they changed it specifically so I couldn't go. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm going to tell myself. Hey, remember, you can donate to the channel. It really does help. There is a link at the top of the chat there. Thank you to everybody who has been donating. And also, just a quick little reminder, if you go to, not right now though, if you go to rehashed.com.au, there is a new platform, a premium sweet baby angel place for all of us to commune together. There's even a free option. More details about that as we go on with the stream. Now, I have to quickly talk to you. We're done with that. Off you go. No. Go away. Stop the thing. No. You're done. I have to quickly talk to you in regards to the Commit Me that we just watched. So let's quickly do the whip around. Ollie doing some great accent work. Not necessarily his imitation of Rampola. It sounded more Indian than it did sort of Latin-based, but good for him for trying. His Long John was bang on. Evelyn keeps losing her ring. Maybe Rupi hit it in his Bloodstones just like someone Tay-Tay did. Oh, Tay-Tay. Oh.
Oh, don't we miss her? Yeah. Oh, and a lot of you have been asking for the podcast Taylor's Way, and you fucking know that I'm going to do it. Of course I do. Maybe I'll drop the first episode between the finale and the reunion.
Mel and Leighton, apparently they're good. Only if Leighton backs up Mel at all times. Alyssa and Duncan, no good still. Apparently they hadn't spoken as yet, which is so weird considering the dinner party was apparently the night before we just watched this episode, and they still hadn't spoken about any of their issues. It's Tailor Made is another one. And there's also Tailor Made, Taylor's Method, Tailor Way. So you can pick. Cam and Lyndall, still nothing. So they have a little blow up and then they go days without anything and then they say they're fine and then they have another blow up and we see nothing from them. The edit makes no sense. Also, Harrison and Bronte, why are they here? You broke up via text. Wrap it up. We're done with it. Let's get into couch time. Now, I'm going to go in order of the ones that piss me off the least to the ones who just need to all go in the bin. So let's start with Ollie and Tani talking about the future. Ollie is apparently going to move to the big smoke. Even though the L word hasn't been given a run yet, that's love. I don't know what the other L word could be. Hey, Becca. Mel and Leighton. Mel thinks her partner should have her back even when she does wrong. Leighton does not agree. Leighton puts on some boardroom chat and Long John does not like boardroom chat. The expert, he's very much against it, which again doesn't make any sense to me because we've seen the boardroom in 50 Shades of Grey and only good, sexy things happen in that boardroom. So I don't know what boardrooms you're going to, but every boardroom I've gone to, absolute sexy. Rupert and Evelyn, apparently they've seen each other naked now, so good for them. More good for Rupie, I think, even though they have not had an adult hug. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Alyssa. We're going to get there. Trust me. Cam and Lyndall, they seem fine. Apparently they had a great time at the retreat, even though we didn't see them even standing next to each other at the retreat. Yeah, it makes no sense. They have not spoken about the future, which makes sense to me because they don't want to be together. Now, let's get to the couples that matter. And let's start with all right, you want to talk so much about Alyssa and Duncan. Let's start with Alyssa and Duncan. So, even on her way up to the couch, she looked as if she had the most toxic groom out of all of them. She's battling Jessie right now for the biggest sad face as she walks up to the Commit Me couch.
I didn't feel like we were the couple that we normally are. I didn't feel we spent much time together. Makes me feel like I'm not a priority. It's not thinking of me. Like when he was playing tennis, I just, would want some sort of check-in or something. He said, well, you don't check in on me. I said, well, I didn't know where you were. He goes, it's not a very big place. Okay, well, it's confronting for me to go to six men and be like, hey, babe, you okay? It's like, so you did know where I was. And then when I bring up not feeling like a priority, he would say, well, what priority am I going to be to you? And to me, that was kind of like a dig that my child's always going to be my first priority, and so he would be second priority.
Is that how you feel, Duncan?
Of course not. I know that Sonic will always be her first priority. It's not a concern for me. I'm happy to maneuver my lifestyle around. Alyssa's been pretty open about that to hopefully provide the reassurance things is actually the big issue.
What are we having? We're having some real troubles tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just on the video or on me? What? Tonight is an absolute shit fight, everybody. Alyssa's echoing. That is a nightmare. That is an absolute nightmare and nobody would want that. Okay. So that would make no sense why you would be hearing an echo. That would be making zero sense. I don't know why you would be hearing any echo through there. Just stand by, I think. Maybe. Okay, stand by. Let's hope you're getting some sort of stream. Who knows? The stream is a nightmare tonight. Hello, sweet baby angels. Hopefully we can make sure that this is working again. How are we looking? Hopefully this stream has recovered. We good? We good? Let me know in the chat if we're good. Yeah, we're back. Okay, great. All right, excellent. All right, now we can do it. Alyssa and Duncan.
I didn't feel like we were the couple that we normally are. I didn't feel we spent much time together. Makes me feel like I'm not a priority. He's not thinking of me. Like when he was playing tennis, I just, would want some sort of check-in or something. He said, well, you don't check in on me. I said, well, I didn't know where you were. He goes, it's not a very big place. Okay, well, it's confronting for me to go to 6 men and be like, hey, babe, you okay? And it's like, so you did know where I was. And then when I bring up not feeling like a priority, he would say, well, what priority am I going to be to you? And to me, that was kind of like a dig that my child's always going to be my first priority, and so he would be second priority.
Is that how you feel, Duncan?
Of course not. I know that her son will always be her first priority. It's not a concern for me. I'm happy to manoeuvre my lifestyle around Alyssa's. I've been pretty open about that to hopefully provide the reassurance I think is actually the bigger issue.
Yeah, so... Oh, Alyssa, she doesn't want to walk up to 6 guys. Let me at him. So, Alyssa, here's the interesting thing. You know all those men. I would totally understand if you hadn't met those men before, but you had met those men. You hugged them at the dinner parties. I don't really understand what the issue is with you walking up to him at the tennis court and going, hey, babe, how you doing? You want to put all the onus on him, not on anyone else, which is crazy. 9:20 stuff still. Don't beat yourself up. Oh, okay, right. I thought my friend Haley was saying stuff is still not working. But you've all told me that it is, so I'm just going to trust it. Hey, thank you for the super chat. So, Alyssa, Duncan has said to you all the things that you want to hear, but it's not landing. And you just seem to get more and more upset about it.
Be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern.
So what do you think about that, Alyssa?
I have a child.
Okay, you have a child.
Why is this an issue?
Just missing a baby.
I want to leave.
Hey, if you want to go, I understand. I want to be there for you.
I want to go. I really want to go.
You don't want me to come? Huh?
Alyssa just wants him to look her in the eyes and tell her they're going to work it out and they're going to be okay.
She made it quite clear that she needed to leave this space and not wanted me near her.
This level of reaction seems a bit intense.
You get it, Rampola. It seems a little bit intense. Yeah, no, it's definitely... what I think Rampola is saying, it seems a little bit over the top. Now, I don't know what it's like to be a single mum. For a lot of my life, I had a mum who was a single mum and she's raised a couple of kids and she's doing a great job, but very stressful. She had some dirtbags that she dated. So I can only imagine how difficult it is trying to sort of sieve out the pieces of shit in your life and just keep the good people around your kids. But Duncan's done nothing to suggest that he is said piece of shit. So why do you treat him so poorly? I think you need to go away and figure out what you want, and all because you have so many walls up, and every time he thinks he's broken through one, you go, no, I've got to build a little wall again. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me, unless there's so much stuff that we haven't seen, and Duncan's secret, Duncan's secret. Hey, Duncan, what's your secret? Duncan and his secret that he's a complete monster. Mum did a great job. And you can't help the other shitty people because you don't know their shit until it's too late and you're like, oh, they're shit. So I get why she's freaking out a little bit, but also like he's not said anything that has made you think any of these things that are in your head. I think you just need to, I think Alyssa needs to go and work on Alyssa and then come back. It seems like she did go away to work on Melissa. No, she didn't, just to cry.
It's tough. It feels like I'm walking on eggshells.
Oh, she's back.
It's just
she's
it's
back.
hard for me to hear that my expectations are too much. I do need reassurance in order for me to feel like they're not just going to run away.
I felt like on the couples retreat, no matter what I did was wrong. And there's a dynamic of your family life, which is obviously very understandable.
What do you mean, family life?
Like
Look at
missing
that.
your child and being in this experiment and giving up that time. I think that weighs a lot. You second guess more things.
Please don't. Sorry you feel that way.
Alisa, what do you need from Duncan right now?
I don't need anything. My expectations are too high.
Oh, you petulant little child. It's so hard to try, in the rehash that I filmed just before, which is going to be up on the new rehashed.com.au very soon, just waiting for the internet to get its shit together. I'm trying to see it from Alyssa's point of view, and I'm really struggling because he seems like he keeps reaching out and you keep slapping his hand away and saying, no, I don't want it. And then you get mad at him that he's not reaching his hand out. Like, fuck. It's too much. It's too much. And then, just to top it all off.
I hope that we can work through it, and that's why I wrote stay.
I wrote stay as well. Can we get off the couch, please?
I wrote stay as well. Can we get off the couch, please? Now, in her defense, maybe they were there for a very long time. You know, these filming of these things going for a long time, and she was already just at her max in her own head. I don't think anything's as bad as she's making out. Actually, Sweet Baby Angels, if you've seen any of the articles, I saw some comments, but I couldn't find any articles about Alyssa's family speaking out on her behalf, saying that it's all the edit and Duncan's really a monster. I want to see this. I really want to see this bad.
Super chat.
Thank you, Aussie Sheila, for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. And I also got, one earlier from Natasha. I really do appreciate when she was yelling at me that was an echo. Why do YouTube change things? All right, so the next couple that we have to get up on the couch, and I don't even know where to start with this, is... Yes, ask me anything on Reddit. Yes, okay, maybe I have to go through that. I need to figure out exactly what's truth and what's not, which is the hardest thing to do in this season, and figure out if Duncan's a monster. Because I can't see any behavior that would suggest monster. You know, sometimes you're like, clueless straight man, but not monster. All right, so Harrison and Bronte get on the couch. There's a few things they have to cover. Someone said their relationship was fake. When I say someone, I mean Mel. And they are so mad about it. So let's start there, maybe.
On the last night, there was a bit of a stunt pulled in front of the group. There was a comment made about our relationship being fake.
By who? What happened?
It was Melinda that said that this relationship is fake. She thought that I was being emotionally manipulated. That's why we broke up. But that doesn't mean that my feelings changed in any way.
I'm curious, Bronte. How do you feel about Harrison?
I'm still falling for Harrison.
Right. Hold on, I'm a bit confused. Last night you were in such a bad place and you were distraught. In fact, you ran out.
I guess for me, when I said I wanted to leave, it was because I was scared. I am an extremely emotional person and I've never been really good at communicating how I feel. I can understand why people do get, I guess, a little bit disappointed in me.
It's not disappointment. It's confusion. Confusion. I have no idea what A, you're doing, what Dirty Harry's doing, what the narrative is meant to be, or the fucking edit. I don't understand any of it. So you broke up. When you got back to retreat, you got a text message from Dirty Harry that says, hey, so Sozzy, we're donezo. You were so broken about it at the dinner party and you attacked him and you apologized to the other girls and you said, oh, you were right. He was emotionally manipulating me. And now, in the space of a night, when you're not even sharing a room together in the Love Lab Rat Maze, apparently you've reconciled? What the fuck? None of it makes sense. It's so confusing. It just no sane person would act like this. Sure, maybe he's gaslighting. Sure. But if... No, see, the thing is, Bronte called out his gaslighting early on. So she's aware of the behaviour. So why is she complicit in it now? I'm not going to sit here and say that she's naive, because God knows she hates being called that. But I just think both of them need to go on the bin. I have no idea what's happening on behind the scenes, but it's very confusing.
It just felt like it was a completely baseless accusation. I really reject the notion that I've ever manipulated Bronte. It just really offended me. I've actually never heard that before. I really struggled with that because the relationship's been very real for me.
So what's the problem?
You know, I've noticed there has been a theme where Bronte does get worked up and emotional, and she maybe exaggerates.
Hold on. What we're seeing here is the relationship issues are Bronte's.
Yeah. No, you got it. You got it, Long John. The relationship issues are all Bronte's. Dirty Harry, even though he can say the words like, oh, I know that I'm half the problem, yada, 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 you don't believe that. That's why you haven't found any of your own issues, because you can't see them. Bronte is an issue in this. I'm not saying that she's innocent. But you carrying on as if you're so hurt because people think your relationship's fake. Oh, please. Get your fucking hand off it, mate. We continue with this giant mess. I don't know how far we're going to go with this, but anyway.
What behaviours in this relationship that create problems?
I don't know. Genuinely. All of our conversations and all my behaviour recently has been trying to pull Bronte into the relationship and see what a future would look like.
You don't see yourself as contributing to the problems?
Yeah. Look, if I do contribute to them, please, I'm open to hearing it. I'm not perfect. If you've got some feedback for me directly...
In what way are you not perfect?
I make mistakes.
What mistakes do you make?
Yes.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
And that is an issue. It means you don't think you're making any.
This fucking guy. Yeah, you don't think you're the problem. You're just saying the words to make people think, oh, he gets it. No, he gets it enough to know his way around it, but he doesn't actually think he's the problem at all. Oh, God, is there more? I don't know if we can do any more. I was going to ask the question in the poll, like, should we just not cover them anymore, but...
Yeah, my trust was kind of broken this week.
Oh, yeah, watch this shit.
My trust was broken. But we are two imperfect people that got matched in this experiment, doing our best. And I kind of want to keep doing our best, so I wrote stay.
I'm not ready to let this go. I wrote stay.
It'll never get old. It's the most delusional thing that's happened on this show, and we've watched a lot. Both of them sitting there writing stay. For what fucking purpose? You don't want to be there. Bronte, you look like you constantly cry. Why you cry? I know, it's sitting next to you. And also the decisions that you've made. I don't know what deal you made, like Dan and Sandy-esque, for staying there as long as you can, but it's really biting you in the ass. You're not going to get the redemption story. It's not going to happen. Even your friends in the experiment can't believe what's happening.
Bronte, you literally messaged me 2 days ago saying you were right, I'm done with him, I've had enough, I'm leaving.
In the time, babe, that's how I felt.
The way I see it is...
This will be good.
Last night, it's I'm leaving, I can't stand this Harrison's word when I'm done, I'm 100% done, and then it's
like, I hear what you're saying, but you don't understand what happens behind closed doors.
This isn't behind closed doors, this is in front of us all.
Oh, man. As Bronte's confidant, I feel in disbelief at what I'm listening to, because I was willing to go to war for you at that dinner party, Bronte, and I told you everything that Harrison had said, the fact he called you fake, and you cried to me saying, I am done with him, all the girls were right. I feel stupid.
I know, babe.
I know, babe. Imagine having one of your seemingly, I know, it's a very short friendship, but having one of your friends who has been there for you, like Lyndall's running after her while she's crouching down, looking like she's about to do a sort of music festival poop, and she's always crying, and Lyndall's always rubbing her back on, oh, baby, I know he's a bad man. And your reply to her is, I know, babe. What a good friend. What a good friend. Who needs enemies? And then this.
I never, ever wanted to make you feel like you weren't good enough. I love showing her off. She's a great chick and she's beautiful inside and out.
I love showing her off. Actually, I'm going to start a poll right now. Now, I don't care what gender you are. Do you like your partner showing you off? Sure, that partner. Because, yes, I do. Nope. Nope, gross. That is going to be my poll tonight because I am so grossed out that someone uses the terminology, I like showing her off. And I want to know if you think it's hot. Do you think it's hot when your partner shows you off? As if you're some sort of thing? Some sort of pretty thing that's there for them? Oh, gross. Anyway, I'd love to see those results. All right, let's get to the final couple. And this is the only good result of the night. It's the only one. Watch.
The straw that broke the camel's back was a comment made by Harris and Claire only writing stay to protect her self-image. Here is another example where, although I'm not back in the moment watching Claire and Adam connect, I'm still put back in a moment where I'm reminded of that.
Where do you think this change came from?
I think it definitely came from Harrison's comment. Harrison wanted to
We can't blame Dirty Harry
the
for
pressure
everything.
he may have been facing at the table.
It's when you opened your mouth about our relationship.
I'm sorry, this is my turn to speak, so...
I'm sorry, Claire, but you and Jesse were never going to work, and I have to agree with Dirty Harry to an extent. I think you were there for a little bit of the redemption storyline. I'm not saying Dirty Harry didn't bring it to a point, and he needs to keep his little Harry out of everybody's business. He needs to keep his little Harry out of everything, because God knows we don't need that procreating anymore. But that's a little bit harsh. Maybe, could be true. But the whole idea that it's Harrison's fault for Jesse feeling this way, no, it's not. He didn't want to get over it. He doesn't want to get over it. He said it himself. It was his choice if he was going to forgive her or not. He forgave her, but he's not going to get over it. Like the famous Cause song, forgiven but not forgotten. And Jesse's never going to forget about the little kiss and vape. Just a little kiss and a little vape. He's never going to forget. So it doesn't matter how long you play this game for, he is never, ever going to forget. And that's not on Dirty Harry. So many other things on Dirty Harry. You know, the gaslighting, the manipulation, the lack of emotion. But it's not Dirty Harry's fault. It continues.
What was your objective when you made the comment?
Exactly the same objective I had when I was going to tell Jesse about the Adam affair, and that is that I felt like Jesse deserves to know the truth. And I heard a truth from Bronte.
What was the truth that Bronte told you about?
Claire is essentially using Jesse's time in this experiment to rebuild her image.
How do we know this to be true, to be fact?
I don't think Bronte would lie to me.
But we don't know that it's true?
Correct.
You've thrown a grenade into this relationship and blown it apart based on something that you're not 100% sure about.
Yes.
Okay. You ready? Stop everything. Come in close. Hey, Long John. It's me, Wilko. You know how we could sort out this whole issue of what Bronte said to Harrison? You know how we could sort this out? You could just look a little bit to the left because Bronte is sitting right there. She's sitting right there. Why are you not asking her? Why? And maybe it's just the edit, but you could have just sat there and said, "Hey, Bronte, did Claire say this to you? Can you spill on this?" But you didn't. And it's either to protect Bronte, to Claire or that shitty narrative that you're trying to shove down our throats, Endermoles, but I can't. Yeah, maybe the shillings laugh. I can't believe it. Yeah. He's sitting right there and you didn't think to ask her the truth. And I don't care if she was going to lie. I don't care if Bronte was going to lie, but at least ask her the question. I can't do Jessie being a sad sack. I also can't say anything about Jessie. Jesus, if you've read the comments on the channel at the moment of me saying I'm so biased against Jessie, it's wild to me that people only hear what they want. Still, after all these years of being a person who speaks into a microphone and broadcasts this shit out, the amount of people who slide into my DMs to tell me that I'm biased against Jessie and they used to like my channel, but now I'm too biased against Jessie. Well, fuck off, because I'm not biased against Jessie. In fact, I have not even treated him close to the worst out of all of the menses and ladies in this season. There's just no way. If anything, Dirty Harry has copped the worst, but I don't see you guys sliding in and saying, oh, geez, you've been saying naughty stuff about Hazza. Ease up on him. Oh, no, that Adam's a really good guy. Jessie did bad shit. I called him out for it. I don't care if it's edited or if it's whatever. And I don't care what you feel. You might like him. That's okay. That's on you. We don't have to agree. But Jessie's sitting there being a sad sack after he might have been manipulated by the producers to stay there longer. Manipulated by Claire and the producers. But ultimately, it's on Jessie. And if Jessie's not strong enough to be on this show, that's still on Jessie. He should have left. He didn't need to stay. There's nothing in their contracts from the ones in previous seasons that I've seen that says they must stay. They can leave whenever they want. People have done it before. He might not get his little money bonus, but he can leave. Ooh, what a rant. Anyway, it continues.
After finding out about the kiss, I've had Jessie's back so hard.
I know that I wear full responsibility for what I did. I did not stick around for my image. I couldn't care less what anyone thinks of me. Yeah, it's just a shame.
You have the ability to turn this around. You think that's something that you might be able to do, Jessie?
No. Claire cheated on me. I have stretched myself so much.
You know what the worst part was, Jessie? It wasn't even, I can't call it cheating. It was a little kiss and a vape, okay? You got a TV marriage. You know what I mean? Like, I get that it can breach trust and everyone's version of cheating is different, but let's stop slinging this like it's the biggest MAFS affair that's ever happened. Also, Hazza, you've never had Jessie's back. You just wanted to insert your little Harry again into stuff that little Harry doesn't need to be in. I just, the delusion by Endermoles is so real this season. Yeah, the gaslighting was way worse. That was the bad bit. The little vape and kiss. You guys should have just come clean about it because it was so dumb. And if Jessie decided to leave after that, then great, that's his business. But, oh, God. Oh, Gav, maybe let's talk about that now. Okay, so everybody, apart from Jessie and Claire, writes stay. All right, so only Jessie and Claire both write leave. And thank goodness. Is there a, I don't have a sing hallelujah, but I do have a... And then a hero comes along. Finally, the heroes that I needed were Claire and Jessie. The heroes that arrived, I think 3 weeks too late. I didn't need the redemption story, but I'm glad if you needed that and you got that from Claire, and great. Because I see some people in the media going, Claire only stayed to get the redemption story. You know who really got a redemption story out of it? Jessie. Because we got to see a little bit more from him, and it turns out that he isn't just the icky guy. So he should be grateful that they stuck around anyway, because otherwise he would have just been the icky guy that went in the bin for me, and I don't really care about the vape and kiss. All right, that is it for that. Now let's talk about what's coming up, because what do you want to know about the partner swap? I've got it all here. The experts have said it's for the participants to get out of their comfort zone. The new pairs will live in the same apartment and share a bed for 3 days. I'm not going to tell you the couples, even though I've got the list here. I just don't want to spoil anything for you. You definitely know one of them. You know who they're going to, but anyway, they're going to mix and match the partners. Unfortunately, they're not going to put like Ollie and Rupert together. Oh, that's the saddest. Oh, that's the saddest bit for me. She's got to really mix this shit up. So Long John spoke to Daily Mail and he said, we're constantly trying to throw challenges at the couples that they may experience in the real world. But in a very condensed, short period of time. I don't think this challenge would be happening in the real world unless you're in a relationship that is built around that. I don't think in the real world you're going to be going, hey, can I borrow your wife? Can we just do a swapsies for a little bit? Even though I do know a family who did that. That was a long time ago in like the 70s. And it was a very like story in our family. It wasn't our family members, but it was like another prominent family. And I don't even know if it's true. My nan just could have been making it up. Yeah, they're going to share beds apparently. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. So I cannot wait for that. And that starts tomorrow. Who's your favourite on the show out of everyone? It's really hard this year to pick a favourite because it's so hard to know what's real and what's not. So in previous seasons, like I really liked Jack. Let's say if we just pick someone from last season, I really liked Jack, who was with Dom, and we still message a little bit, and he seems like fairly down to earth. I don't know about these days. Maybe the fame's gone to his head. He's got himself a famous girlfriend from Love Island, and they're just living that Insta life. So who knows? But it's hard this season to find someone that I really like. I think out of everyone, Tani would have to be my favourite because she seems real. She seems like she tries to choose her words carefully, but she also at least tries to speak up and use her voice when it's appropriate. But again, Tani could be a monster and all of it's just on the secret hard drives. I don't know who asked that question and I don't know why I decided to answer it, but there you go. I'm going to say Tani is the sweet baby angel of the season. I have to say thank you.
Super chat.
Unpopular opinion, if Harrison was on a Survivor type show, he would be the one we love to hate watch. He's just unlucky he's just lucky we don't like Bronte either. Yeah, look, I'm all for a villain. You know I love a villain. But I need the villain's motives to kind of make sense. And the villain has to have some charisma. Harrison has zero. If you're going to be a villain, have something weird about you or have some charisma. You got nothing. Hey, I have to quickly thank and welcome to our new website. Actually, do I have a thing here? So we've got a new setup and it's called rehashed.com.au and it's replacing our Patreon. So if you're a sweet baby angel who's watching this and you're like, what? I didn't know about this. If you're on Patreon, there is a new service and we're all going to be together. So there's a free version and there is a paid version and it's where we're all going to hang out. And I'm going to quickly get something to show you. Here we go. Look at that. So if you go to rehashed.com.au, so there's SBA free, so that's the freemium one. That is free always. That's where you just get the community-only plan. You'll get access to all the events that we share that are public ones. Then you've got the yearly access, which gives you 2 months free. And then you've got the regular $9 a month. And of course, if you're on Patreon already, you've got something on your email or in your Patreon inbox letting you know that we're moving over. So if you want to be a part of it, you can. And that's going to replace the Patreon and the Discord. We're going to put them all together. So you can do that right now. It is up. All the bits and pieces and all the other chats for the other shows are all being built right now. So give me this week to get it all together. But you can go to rehashed.com.au so we can all be together. Thank you to Karim, Sean B, Louise K, Emily T, and Lena S, who have signed up to be a premium SBA at rehashed.com.au. Oh, and there's also trials now. I had a lot of people who were mad about their Patreon never did trials. But there's a trial there for you now too, so you can trial it and see if you like it. All right, quickly, let's talk about Taylor for a second, because Taylor, she went on a radio show, and because the computers had a little shit fit, I don't have the audio now, but it was talking to Hobart, Dan and Christy on Hit, and apparently there was some talk about Hugo being a piece of shit and blah, 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 and she said Cam and her are still just friends. But interestingly, she referenced something that was in the Daily Mail, which was Taylor actually wrote a really vulnerable letter to everybody that was shared in front of everybody, and they didn't put any of it in the edit. So she didn't tell any of the producers that she was going to do this, but she wanted to share her feelings in letter form. Memo! No.
This one. Okay. I don't have the letter, but I'll just do it this. I barely got through my letter. I was crying my eyes out. I didn't tell anyone about it. I just pulled the letter from underneath my dress and began reading it out. The other cast members ran to me. Alyssa and Cam came to comfort me.
Apparently it was a really beautiful letter that explained all the things that she'd been trying to emote, and it's all been cut. It's on the secret hard drives. Who knows if that's true, but I guess interesting. Also interesting, does this person look familiar? So one of them is Tay-Tay.
Yeah, that's me. And I'm hanging out with Jackson Lonnie. Yeah, this was back in January, but the pickies have only dropped now from the Daily Mail. I got cozy with Jackson. He's 31. It was a romantic date night, apparently. That's me looking at his phone. I'm assuming that's his OnlyFans or some sort of DP, but fingers crossed it's a biggie. Jackson scrolled through his phone whilst the busty Tasmanian nurse glanced over. This is from the Daily Mail. It's what they wrote about me. The blonde bombshell showed off her ample cleavage in a black satin dress with lace detailing.
Well, this is really good journalism. Also, what you might enjoy is that there was someone else there. Dan, who took a little bit of time out from going to the beach and getting full decided to go out on the Goldie with his friend Jackson Lonnie. So I don't know if they're together. She's been out partying a lot from just the bits and pieces that I've seen. But I love that she's hanging out with Dan and Jackson Lonnie. And I wonder who slid into whose DMs first. I would assume Jackson into Taylor. I didn't put that right. Or maybe I did. All right, should we do some memos? Maybe we should. Oh, actually, before this, we should. Oh, no. The poll. I asked the question, do you like your partner showing you off? Oh, wow. I thought, oh, no. I thought this would be one of them where we get 100%, but no. Do you like your partner showing you off? Nope, gross, 79%. And again, the percentage is off, but 20% say, yes, I do. So that's 202 votes. Can I do a secret midnight live show using the secret hard drives? Do you reckon that Endermoles are going to let me anywhere near those secret hard drives? You're joking, right? That's never going to happen. All right, let's get to some Memo Me. Memo Me! Memo Me! All right, let's hope that this works. Miss Melissa.
Oh, hello, Daddy and SBA's Miss Melissa Kay here. I'm just sending my Memo Me for the Commit Me ceremony, but I think I'm going to need committing after Harrison tonight. Oh, my Lord, the man is sending me mental, the same as everybody else. I think Bronte and Harrison need to go in the bin. In the bin. The man's got Jessie's back. Please, please. Did you not remember that you said in a one-on-one on camera that you didn't really like Jessie? Well, anyway, we all remember. So fake. Alyssa, you're ridiculous. Poor Duncan doesn't know if he's coming or going. Yeah, you miss your baby, but please. Everything else tonight, bit bland, really. Yeah, don't know what to say. So, yep, good night.
Oh,
have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, Miss Melissa Kay. Memo Me. Rosie is here with her Memo Me.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello,
sweet
Rosie.
baby angels. It's Rosie. Harrison.
It's Rosie.
Needs to go, not just in the bin, I say we put him in the car crusher. What a disgusting human being. I wish they would leave. That's all I can say. Bye, Harrison. You horrible man. I'm going to have to mute the television whenever he and that ridiculous woman come on the screen. Bit harsh, perhaps, but that's how I feel. Bye, everyone.
Memo me! I love Rosie. Memo me! She's got this cadence in her voice that you don't know if it's going to get real loose. Like, you just don't know where it's going to go. It makes me nervous every time I play it. Deb!
Hey Wilko, it's Deb. So tonight's episode, it was fairly boring. We all knew Bronte was going to stay because she still requires her Insta followers. She hasn't managed to make that 15 minutes of fame yet. Let's be honest, it's not going to translate much further past this series.
Yeah.
Jesse allowing Harrison to completely and utterly manipulate his decision. I'm sure Harrison is so excited by that. The S-Birds could have held Harrison's feet to the fire a hell of a lot more than what they did, but what more do we expect? Looking forward to this week when Melinda and Harrison get to be together. I'm hoping she basically destroys him. Bye!
Memo me! Memo me! I just, like, you know that they're going to put Mel and Harrison together. You just know that they're going to do that. But I just don't see Mel or Harrison doing that. So I don't know how they get around because Mel's going to check a shit fit. She's not going to live under the same roof as that guy. There's no, and he wouldn't want it either. He seems a little bit scared of her, and I think he should be. All right, well, tonight, what an absolute shit fight. Thank you to everybody who has donated using the link in the top of the chat, and also with the super chats. I really do
Super chat.
appreciate it. Tanya, Ozzy, Sheila, and Natasha. Remember, do you want to come in? Come and say hi? Hey, yes. Everybody, see, you've made it better. A night of technical nightmares. I don't even know if this went to air. Hey, all right. Now, we've got to go, but I've got to say, remember, before I go, remember, you can go to the website, rehashed.com.au, free annual and monthly plans there. I'll be there uploading the latest rehash very, very soon. And I've got to say, but you left. Good night. What's this I see? A big old daddy. Finally got a man who can marry me. But then I see a tear. You're not a man I feel. Wanna hear my thoughts on that? But you left. Baby, then you left. I got no regrets. I didn't do anything. But you left. We're outside glamping, you're talking feelings. I didn't think romance come with those things built in. I call you princess, you get all distressed. I'm ready for round 2, but you left. Baby, then you left. The fool who's at a 10, you better put on a dress. But you left. For a gentleman who treats me like a trash can. Not vulnerability, it makes me wanna puke, you see. Get my girls to fight my fight so I can sit and smoke all night. Watch out for that bus. Oops, I swear he slipped, officer.